For decades, Leonardo DiCaprio has been more than just a movie star. He's been a mystery. The boyish face that became a global obsession in the 1990s, the actor who refused to be just another pretty face, and the activist who turned his fame into a weapon for change. But behind the Oscar wins and the billion-dollar box office numbers lies a man who spent much of his career running from fame, only to become one of its most enduring icons. From a troubled childhood in Los Angeles to becoming Martin Scorsese's muse, from teen heartthrob to environmental crusader, DiCaprio's story is not simply about Hollywood success. It's about a man determined to control his destiny in an industry built on illusions. This is the story of how Leonardo DiCaprio became the reluctant king of Hollywood. Leonardo 11th, 1974, in Los Angeles, California. His parents, George DiCaprio and Ermeline Inden Birkin, split when he was just a year old. Raised mostly by his mother, Leo grew up in working-class neighborhoods surrounded by crime, drugs, and poverty. But Leo was different. From an early age, he craved the spotlight. At just 5 years old, he was already performing in front of classmates. By the late 1980s, he was auditioning for commercials, often rejected for being too energetic or too unconventional. Still, he persisted. His first real break came with TV shows like Growing Pains and small guest roles that showcased his natural charisma. Hollywood noticed and quickly realized this kid had something rare, raw talent combined with undeniable screen presence. DiCaprio's first major film role came in This Boy's Life, 1993, opposite Robert De Niro. The young actor held his own against one of cinema's greatest, playing a troubled teenager in a story of abuse and resilience. But his true breakthrough came that same year with What's Eating Gilbert Grape. As Arnie Grape, a mentally challenged young man, DiCaprio delivered a performance so authentic, many thought he wasn't acting at all. The role earned him his first Academy Award nomination at just 19 years old. Hollywood was stunned. DiCaprio wasn't just another child actor, he was a prodigy. The industry suddenly saw him as the future. But Leo himself wasn't interested in fame. He wanted respect. And he would spend the next decade proving that he deserved it. The mid-1990s brought DiCaprio into global superstardom. In 1996, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet reimagined Shakespeare for a new generation, with DiCaprio as the tragic romantic lead. His face was suddenly on magazine covers worldwide, but nothing prepared him or the world for Titanic, 1997. As Jack Dawson, DiCaprio became the most famous man on the planet. The film was a cultural tidal wave, earning over $2 billion at the box office and inspiring fan hysteria unseen since Beatlemania. Yet DiCaprio hated the label of teen idol. Paparazzi hounded him, tabloids chased his every move, and studios wanted him to play the same romantic roles over and over again. But Leo resisted. Instead of cashing in on his fame, he stepped away from Hollywood for a time, searching for roles that challenged him rather than simply reinforced his beauty. Determined to redefine himself, DiCaprio took risks. The Beach, 2000, wasn't well received critically, but it showed he wasn't afraid of controversy. Then came the partnership that would change his career forever. Martin Scorsese. Gangs of New York, 2002, marked their first collaboration, with Leo holding his own alongside Daniel Day-Lewis. This partnership continued with The Aviator, 2004, where DiCaprio transformed into Howard Hughes, earning another Oscar nomination. By the time The Departed, 2006, hit theaters, Leo was no longer the Titanic guy. He was Scorsese's protege, a serious actor capable of carrying complex, morally ambiguous roles. Hollywood finally recognized him not as a heartthrob, but as a true craftsman. By the late 2000s, DiCaprio was juggling two identities: global superstar and environmental activist. He produced documentaries like The 11th Hour, 2007, warning about climate change long before it was fashionable. On the acting side, films like Blood Diamond, 2006, and Body of Lies, 2008, showed his willingness to engage with political and socially conscious themes. Then came Shutter Island, 2010, and Inception, 2010, both box office juggernauts that proved DiCaprio could still dominate commercially. Audiences began to realize Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't just an actor. They trusted him as a storyteller. Whatever movie he chose to make, people followed. And more often than not, those films challenged viewers in ways blockbuster cinema rarely did. In 2013, DiCaprio shocked audiences with his wild, unrestrained performance as Jordan 15 with The Revenant. As fur trapper Hugh Glass, DiCaprio endured freezing temperatures, ate raw bison liver, and fought through grueling physical conditions. The performance finally earned him the long-awaited Academy Award for Best Actor. The image of Leo clutching his Oscar became a viral moment, a global celebration of persistence finally rewarded. After years of near misses, he had achieved Hollywood's ultimate validation. For years, Leonardo DiCaprio was the poster child for Oscar snubs. Despite multiple nominations, the gold statue eluded him. That all changed with The Revenant, 2015. As frontiersman Hugh Glass, Leo endured freezing temperatures, ate raw bison liver, and pushed his body to its absolute limits. His performance was brutal, haunting, and unforgettable. In 2016, Leonardo finally won the Academy Award for Best Actor. His acceptance speech wasn't just about his victory. He used the platform to speak about climate change, urging the world to take action. For Leo, the Oscar was not only validation of his craft, but also a megaphone for his activism. New additional paragraph. The moment became iconic. Memes about Leo's Oscar curse vanished overnight, replaced with admiration for his perseverance. More importantly, it redefined his image in Hollywood, not as the actor who couldn't win, but as the actor who never gave up. The win also elevated his global influence, giving him credibility both inside the industry and as an activist on the world stage. Post-Oscar, DiCaprio balanced acting with his environmental activism. He returned to the screen in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019, playing fading TV star Rick Dalton. The performance earned him yet another Academy Award nomination, reminding he became a UN messenger of peace, speaking at global summits and urging world leaders to act before it's too late. New additional paragraph. In recent years, Leonardo has also chosen roles that align with his worldview. His film, Don't Look Up, 2021, a satirical take on climate denial and political corruption, reflected his dual passions for acting and activism. By merging art with advocacy, Leo showed he isn't just performing on screen, he's using cinema as a tool to wake up society. Leonardo DiCaprio's story is one of transformation. From a struggling kid in Los Angeles to one of the most respected actors of all time, he has constantly reinvented himself. He survived the pitfalls of early fame, challenged himself with daring roles, and ultimately carved out a legacy defined not only by his films, but also by his relentless fight for the planet. In Hollywood, actors come and go, but Leonardo DiCaprio, he remains a symbol of what happens when talent meets resilience, when art meets purpose. His journey isn't just about movies, it's about impact. And as long as he keeps pushing boundaries both on screen and off, his influence will be felt for generations to come. This has been BioVault. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the world,